Are you tired of the same old handguards that adds unnecessary weight to the front of your AR? This is the AirRail series from my friends over at Bowden Tactical, and it's engineered for enthusiasts that demand performance. There's two sizes to the AirRail system, the 13-inch and the 15-inch, and both sizes come with 4 different rail choices. You have the standard, the M-lock, and then both of these in competition cut, where they cut back this top spine. That way you can wrap your thumb all the way around and get a great grip of your AR. Now this is an ultralight design. To give you an idea, the standard is only 7 ounces, and that 7 ounces includes the barrel nut, which is almost half of just about every standard AR rail out there. They're perfect for competition shooters, gunsmiths, and everybody in between, including the DIYer. Let's dive in and see why the AirRail is the ultimate choice for shooters looking to enhance their AR15's functionality and style. When we start talking about cutting weight on handguards, usually we go with carbon fiber. Typically we don't think about staying with aluminum, but Bowden figured out how to make an all-metal rail while cutting the weight. I mean, you can even see here on the top pick rail, they even milled out the middle, because we really don't need that. We need to mount off to the sides. We don't need the entire pick rail. So it saves a little bit of weight there. But what's really interesting is what they did with the barrel nut. The barrel nut is held in place by 4 screws, and you'll need a 1/8 inch bit to get these screws out. And what the difference is that they used aluminum for the barrel nut. So they shed a lot of weight right here off the barrel nut. So as you can see, the barrel nut's even smaller, so we can save even more weight. Now, one thing that we're going to need to realize is that since this is aluminum, our torque specs are a little bit different. And also, since we have these 4 screws to hold everything in, we're going to have to index this kind of like a regular barrel nut. The fortunate thing is that since we have so many holes here, it's not hard to index. We're just going to need one of these holes to line up with the gas port on our upper. So as you can see, they put a lot of holes in this because they're removing material. But the funny thing is these are still really strong. And what I like about them is they're kind of a low profile. So you can still get your hand around the tube with no problems. And if you have the competition cut, you'll get a really good C-clamp onto the front of your gun. Now that we've talked about all the features, let's tear into this upper and show you how to install the AirRail system. So we're going to take the entire front half off of this upper. That includes the rail, the muzzle device, the gas block, and the barrel. Now it's time to reinstall the barrel with the AirRail barrel nut. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to torque, and then I'm going to index until one of these screw holes lines up with the gas port. And now I'm just going to double check to make sure everything is lined up. With that, everything looks good, and now it's time to start putting our gas block back on. Now remember that when you put your muzzle device back on, always use a brand new crush washer. Now we can do the final install of our rail. And now that our pick rails are lined up, and this is all tight, it's time to install our screws. Now these screws get torqued to 35 inch-pounds. And with that, the AirRail is now installed. I took the AirRail out to the range for testing and had no problems. With the handguard being half the weight it usually is, moving back and forth between targets is really easy. Now I tend to use H-bar barrels on my rifles, so anytime I can cut some weight is a good thing. Plus, with the AirRail, if I just pull off 4 screws, I can change out to like a 15 or change my competition cut over to a standard. Really easy. I'm going to do it at the range. This is a really great system for your AR if you're looking to cut weight but still stay with metal. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with carbon fiber, but sometimes I just want the feel of metal because I just trust it and it has a certain feel that you just can't get with carbon fiber. After all, aluminum free float handguards have been around for a long time and I just trust it. If you're watching on YouTube, click that video right there. That video is about the Bowden Foundation series. For everybody else, there's a link down below. Thanks for watching. Hope you're staying safe out there and look forward to seeing you again soon.